when we talk about product, if we feel like a lot of this stuff is not so, the matchmaking is more to do with like
Spectacle. There's a degree of
spectacle.
spectacle,
Yeah,
so that you can get people to tune in, so that hey, I can book the Akhmat Aliyevs, the Archenians, the Ramazan RFs, the elite guys, and not have people say, "Well, who's that?" We
yeah.
episode three.
We're on episode three. Yeah, I've technically it would be like four, but the first one it is not. It's
It's
tucked
not
away in the
canonical.
archives.
It'll
I
be released. It'll be released in a shameful expose later on when one of us commits a felony crime,
yeah.
or is attractive enough to warrant a Netflix or streaming series.
It'll be also
Whichever one of us will pay.
yeah.
Probably me.
I'd say
Yeah,
it's
probably.
also going to
Also,
be used as evidence to like it's like this guy is actually a fraud producer like
Jesse on Holmes.
it's because I think my audio levels are doubled in that one. No, yours are doubled. One of the ours
Yeah.
is doubled. It's all baked
Can
into
you hear
yours.
me?
It's all good. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Hello.
Well, kind of going from there. I mean, I don't know if we have any other formal introductions. We might want to get right into it.
Let's let's get right into it.
All right. So we're moving into RAF Georgia, which is shout out RAF for
Snipe.
giving us things to think about and talk about, and in this case, be infuriated with.
Horrible. I knew it was too good to be true when I saw the booking. I thought, well, Raph hasn't had some. Actually, no, they have. It's Armin Sarukian, but he's not a domestic guy. So I just chalk it up to them, like, hate watch, or like getting
Mm,
people cortisol watch, where they
cortisol
just get
watch.
people stressed out. Yeah.
Yeah, held
It
in
still says
contempt
here.
watch.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I mean, I saw Sajalayev and Snyder. I know it's been 3-1 for Sajalayev. And I don't know, well, I'll still watch it. They're close enough. They're not gonna go. It's a 4-3 because it's a three-period match format, which also, if it's not a championship belt, we'll get into this later. You can't protest it. But yeah, it was late. Sajalayev was up 4-3, and Snyder shoots a low shot, and oh, would you see that? There goes his LCL. Goes down to grab it. He's clearly injured. Raft is like, we need Kyle Snyder to be 3 world Olympic champions in our organization. But we can say he's the go. And instead of just clearly calling an injury default, they slap the mat for him. And I've got a quote from Russian commentators on it, which is really funny because here it is. They're like, oh, he's kind of strange, which we've gathered as much at this point. Snyder's behavior after the final whistle caused wild bewilderment among many fans. Despite many years of friendship and mutual respect, the American did not even look in the direction of his comrade Rodney in pain, who was surrounded by doctors but began to celebrate success vigorously. The episode left an unpleasant after. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean
Why?
it's like in some ways it's like I'd want to well from the start of it it's while I don't find it wholly unreasonable that sometimes I think depending if it's like a head injury something things like that and like they're letting it play out that's really stupid if it's someone gets passed out from a chokehold and they let it play out it's stupid it's like the knee stuff is like I've seen it go both ways. I don't really have a super strong opinion. It's more than anything, it's just like you as a wrestler do feel when someone stops fighting. Like you feel that, you feel the
Oh, yeah,
pressure.
no, you can tell.
And so someone effectively, you're in on the leg, you're putting all the pressure on the knee, which is like that's fine. You're a wrestler, you're doing what you got to do, whatever. And immediately that stops, but you continue to wrestle. That's fine. And then they give you the win. It's like, yeah, at what point do you not have
Feel a little bit of shame. You should, because I've broken. Here's a little story. So I had a mat return, like a ball and chain tilt where you kind of feed it through underneath the guy's leg, and then it's like a 2-in-1 kind of grip. So I did that to a guy as a return, and he didn't know what to do. So he posted on his arm, and it broke in half, clean in half. And I was like, oh, well, I sure hope I don't lose this. And I just kind of looked at it. I went over to the guy, even as much of a psycho as I am, like, oh man, I'm sure sorry about that. What I didn't do was celebrate.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have a video of it. His arm is broken, like it's sticking out.
Yeah.
I have experience with this. So when I can say, like, don't celebrate an injury to fault win, don't do that.
Yeah, and I mean,
Um,
while technically not, it's just like he knew
it's
that
pretty
it's not.
much.
It wasn't a world championship. There wasn't legitimate stakes outside of
But
bragging rights.
have we're beyond the point of like, there's benefit in the doubt, but then it's kind of, also established like Snyder's kind of a strange, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm
person.
not a I'm
Finishing
surely.
position.
Yeah, yes. So I think we don't have to
uh,
dwell on it too much, but I will say it's unfortunately
no,
it's negative social credit to Kyle Snyder.
well, he doesn't need anymore.
Yeah, it's yeah.
uh,
So
anyway, the rest of this, the next big one that we really care about was Ernest Madaliev versus Zane Rutherford.
mm,
Zane, the past world champion. Ernest is a U23 world champion. He beat the brakes off Baskin Devonian. He's placed multiple times at the Senior World Championships. He is, let's see, Beksad Almas Ulu, Bilal Sharif Ulu, and yeah, or Zobek Takmamadov. He's probably Kurdistan's best guy. He's number one in the world at 70. Yeah, great high level matchup. I think it was 3-3 for Ernazar. Um, yeah, it still feels like a wide open weight. Would I have preferred to see like a new guy get a shot at with Reg Lovett? Yes, but also I don't feel horrible seeing Zayn in the lineup, knowing who he's being, that he's beaten Andreessian, that he's beaten Yazdani. It's not the end of the world. Now I said
yeah,
Yazdani. I know Yazdani's up at 6, but the floor is still there. He's still going to be good.
yeah,
Um, and who knows what Japan's going to do if they send out Narakuni, because that's the only guy that's really whooped Zayn at 70. Like there's not close.
Zane's one of those
Um,
people. It's if as long as you're not as long as he lands well in the bracket, which actually I don't even know what I guess I have to look at
he's not going to be seated.
the ranking
He's
points
not
are.
going to be
Okay.
seated.
So that's going to be kind of dicey. If he's in a bad position, he's potential to for me to DNP, but if he's in a good spot, he very well could be one of the, bronze finalists type of thing and, put together a good tournament. Could
That would be fine.
eke it out,
Just
but yeah.
let's see the other results. Marab Rivalishvili beat Henry Cejudo, 2008 Olympic champ, 11-8. Cejudo went out to a huge lead. I think like head pinched him,
Hmm.
laced him, and then decided to do nothing against a pace guy and just gave up a bunch of singles and just Marab I'm not crazy about because he just was kind of crafty at the press conference that insulted Umar Nurmagomedov, and then he slapped Ahmed Gadzhimagomedov, world medalist in 2018, and it's just ever since he's lost to Piotr Jan, it's just kind of been like, oh, I'm an idiot on top of ding ding ding, piece of shit.
Yeah,
So,
we're not gonna. He
uh,
will not be getting the
no,
sidestep sportsman award.
it's
Uh,
yeah, we're not giving him the master of sports. It's running. It's giving BJ Penn is what I'd say, and
yeah,
that's not a guy you want to
no.
compare yourself to.
Mm.
A couple other Georgians competed. Petriashvili, Heck, Jake Varner. Why wouldn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
Varner's good, but also
and
Enno's
Varner,
been well, he's had a decade plus of being the class of heavyweight, along with Agul, and he beat Zare within the past 2 years.
yeah,
Kyle Dake won a 2-0 match against Gam Kurlidze, who's had a great year so far. And then Givi Macharashvili, he beat Zach Elam, who's an Olympic bronze. Well, he was Olympic silver. That's right. Because Magomed he was bronze in 24. I think like Givi because he beat Elise. So Georgia at 97 has been funny because they used to have Elise Baradikadze who would go beat super elite guys, but he looked like fucking he looked like what's the name of the Tony Hale? He looked like Tony Hale, the guy who plays Buster from Arrested Development, but just like a big athletic fat version. And I mean, he could beat Kyle Snyder. He could beat like Razi Yazdani. He could beat, Muhammad Mohammadian, but like he'd always gas out and lose big matches.
Hmm.
So he lost to GV like back in 22. And he beat someone. Yeah, he beat Mohammadian at the Olympics. It was really good. And then GV comes along. I'm like, oh, he's interesting. And the first time I see an interview of him, he's the most annoying person ever. It's,
Yeah.
what a shame.
What a shame.
That's the worst. Um, let's see what else we got. Helen Maroulis beat some girl from Poland.
Mm.
Uh, RAF, which I called last time, Retirement Abusee Federation. They let Vladimir Kinchkishvili get a win against an MMA guy from the WEC days
Oh
on a
yeah.
payday.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. So his next match will be against like some 16-year-old freak. I'll have to watch that. Um, oh, my goat, Asanbek Jamalov beat Jarrett Jacques by points 3-2. Jacques is good. I mean, he beat Ismail Musakayev a little bit ago, but
Yeah. Good on
uh,
that domestic. Well,
3-2.
yeah.
I'm not crazy about that. I mean, I know he beat Madi Yusefi, but like he's had so many surgeries. He's so beat up. I know it's 79 kilos, but he hasn't looked like wash terrible, but it looks like there's still another 20-25% like taken off the top,
Yeah.
which is
As
impressive,
that
especially at
happens
my age.
when you have people who
Yeah.
run through an
Um,
entire folk style career and then what
or
I would
freestyle.
think would
Just to
happen.
come off.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. We can cut this later. On my end, all I'm seeing is the audience window, and we're still on the same page of RAF. Like I cannot. It's obscured.
You see, wait. Okay. I'm gonna pause really quick.
So, so the next thing we went on to is Raf Golden Boy, and definitely not going to commit any misdemeanors or felonies in his post career. Armin Sarukian beat Fuat Kamatov. Okay, he's so I brought this up to where his last fight was back in late 2025 against Dan Hooker, and they haven't booked him on anything other than Raf. He's had 10 like grappling wrestling matches since then. And at lightweight, this was a guy who beat Charles Oliveira, like definitively, or not definitively, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He was the next guy up. He flubs a title shot against Makhachev, shows up overweight, just does dumb shit, back injury. They're putting him on ice. Justin Gaethje's already like had a career-defining performance against Euphoria. Odd man out. I just think it's silly. Um, and then the next one that we had, I think the final one I want to speak on from there. Let's see.
Oh, we're still on RAF.
I finally wrestled.
I'm getting confused. This is
Yeah, it was fun.
RAF 11 result. We also, I mean,
Yeah, it was
Trent.
Georgia. So that's
Um,
really all I've got because we're going to go into the next thing of just covering rap before we get into it. So on our preview for, this was internal. I said, oh, Trent Hagley's going up against an Olympic bronze medalist at 97. Maybe the size discrepancy. I mean, he's jumped levels, but I thought if there's grounds for an upset, Magomed Khan can wrestle at heavyweight, and he had. I'm like, okay, there's got to be some baseline. I say he was going to lose, no, but oh my God, he beat the brakes off of him.
yep. Yeah, not
I mean, it
close.
was just unfair. It's not. Trent looked full size, he looked fine, but Magomed Khan kind of has like the best way to describe it would be like like a drunken master kind of stuff. Kung Fu. He a drunken master Kung Fu of like he's really athletic, really loose, but positionally unsound. Like
Yeah.
you can't it's not herky jerky, but it's like
It's almost clumsy.
it's intentionally clumsy in a
Yeah.
way.
It kind of looks like he's so,
Like
yeah, not
it's
uncoordinated,
on
but
purpose.
yeah. Yes,
Not
yeah.
uncoordinated, but also it lends itself to he is such an athletic freak if you watch him in 97, but also in those moments he can't compensate for an athletic gap, he gets blown out. Like
Yeah.
it's noticeable. But yeah, Trent, because where we bring that up is like Madoff would just let him would kind of try to be loose in an underhook, and by the time Trent he made contact with the underhook, you're already getting taken over.
Yeah.
You gotta clear it or you gotta figure what you're doing because what happened with him, he got pancaked, like taken feet to back
Yep.
twice.
He
It was
just
just
did not seem
unreal.
ready for it, which is, I don't know. It's
Which
like,
is you'd think the guys that he's faced at 97, and well, he's faced Snyder, he's faced
yeah,
Sajalayev. I mean, he's faced two super physical guys. So, I mean that was a statement. I
yeah.
mean, what a whooping. And as you see, we have the bell to ass label on there. This has been brought up multiple times by very intelligent people. Why are we letting a man who's had a recent total lung replacement compete in an athletic event? Sure. Um, yes, that
Yeah.
was such a bad
I think it's, I mean, it's a certain point where it's like, I mean, well, we'll get
idea.
into, we'll have it's on, almost, honestly, that one's probably a good segue into the UFC topic of like, it's not that, listen, I'm not really trying to disrespect to any full degree. It's just like, it, when you,
Such a bad.
it is, I feel like it does when we talk about product, if we feel like a lot of this stuff is not so, the matchmaking is more to do with like
Spectacle. There's a degree of
spectacle.
spectacle,
Yeah.
so that you can get people to tune in, so that hey, I can book the Akhmat Aliyevs, the Harchinians, the Ramazanovs, the elite guys, and not have people say, "Well, who's that?" Who's
Yeah.
that?
Which is the most, oh my gosh. I can't, I don't know why
So I hate it.
saying that 9 times out of 10 is just, it's not disrespecting anyone else. It's just showing you're
No,
just like, no ball,
you're showing your
no ball
ignorance.
knowledge. Yeah, and it's like, all right,
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
it is just silly.
Yeah, yeah,
Armin Sarukian finally lost in a battle of racist versus idiot in Colby Covington. The less I say about them, who would have thought a Division I All-American is good at wrestling? What a shocker. Um, the rest of the card had some really great ones. There's two matches I really care about, really care about, is Ben Davino should have, by all accounts, beaten Arsen Harchunian. Like a four-time world medalist, and Ben Davino, U.S. Open runner,
that
beat
weight is
Marcus
so,
Blizz.
it's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
that's unreal. Where the 61 talent is so concentrated. By all accounts, should have beaten him. Had a ridiculous cutback in the first period and was managing it well. Granted, he was still getting chipped away. Because with a guy like Harchunian, who is so persistent with his leg attacks, I mean, we saw what he did to Spencer Lee, and to hold a lead over him for that long, but especially late. I get he should have had the crotch block exposure for him. Yes, which brings up my next point. RAF does not allow you to challenge if it's a non-title bout. Stupid. That
It
is
doesn't.
just
It's just,
just so stupid. Jones will slow down the action. I'm like, oh well, that's just because you haven't had it negatively affect an American yet. Now it did. So let's see the next rule change.
yeah.
Um, yeah, he lost 6-5 to Hartunian, but what a what a floor for Ben Davino. I mean, what a showing that
I
is.
just, yeah, I'd love to, I mean, it's something that I think I'm just as the years go on, and these, I mean, kids actually kind of head
Yeah,
into
right.
their
I
athletic
mean,
prime.
Jack Forrest, you know, left high school in the winter of 25 and then went undefeated and won NCAAs
Yep. And like it's
as a
just
teenager.
I'm gonna be we'll have to be we've done a little bit of retrospective already with like the how deep the Russians were at 86 for that stretch of time. Um,
Yeah, in the 2000, yeah.
yeah, I know not deep but
Now
also
it is just
consistent.
post.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just unreal. Um, I mean, you can't really beat that weight in the U.S. right now. Maybe 70, but then
yeah.
it goes back to 9.
I'm curious if we get any because they're still young. I'm curious if any of them have like are we gonna have anyone have a career like any Kyle Dakes or anyone who would kind of
Oh, like they actually separate yet? I
yeah
don't think the full separation is going to happen
yeah
within this quad. I think it's still give and take.
oh yeah. Also
The
as
next
far as like
note,
what classes they end up in because they're all incredibly
yeah,
talented and it would be I could be like JB Kyle Dake and David
Taylor.
Taylor, but I'm
But
just
you also
curious.
forget the outside of Blay, you also have Aaron Seidel.
Yeah.
Aaron Seidel
Which,
is
yeah,
very good.
another incredibly talented who would be like
Another
the
very good
person who
guy.
I'd probably introduce as Hal into that conversation. I say I got all the
Oh
parallels.
yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's a good point. So with Davino, I just seen the card released for RAF 12. He has Ono next, 2024 world champion. He just didn't. He hasn't competed at all for Penn State. He won Worlds 2 years ago, and now they're like, "Well, I'm bored. Let's go figure this out."
He's an honor roll
And then he's like,
student at Penn State University, is what.
"Hey, for philosophy, for."
Yeah.
I don't even like philosophy. That was an interview, and then I think he missed a weight for the Mighty Cup or something. So
Oopsie.
there's a lot. There's a lot I don't know about what's going on
A
with
lot of
him. He beat
question
Spencer
marks.
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Spencer Lee at the start of 2025. Still very. The next one, Magomed Ramazanov. Have we talked about? I mean, internally, we've talked about what's going on with Bulgaria and their national selection, their national. Why it's been a while since we've seen Ramazanov. Um, 2024 Olympic champion at 84 kilos, wrestled against Aiden Sinclair. The short and fast of it is that they had Stankas Lateva was their best women's wrestler of all time, world champion. She had like 10 world medals or something silly.
Yeah.
So she gets elected. Mind you, it was like a gold rush, right? Like we've got to get medalists. Um, but we don't have anyone good domestically. What are we gonna do? Well, let's go try and buy up as many Dagestanis and Chechens as we can.
They're deep.
They did.
Yep.
They're deep. Yeah, I mean, they've got Ramazanov, they have Shamil Mamedov at 65, and I mean, they have Ahmed Magamayev, I think at 86 or 90. Yeah, it's 86. He was very good in Russia.
So you're telling me they did
Deep.
like what 50 Cent
They have,
did with all the Timbaland leftover beats, or for
yes, yeah.
Jay-Z's
So they
leftover
just,
Jay-Z's second beats is
yeah.
they made 50 Cent made it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what they did. They bought everybody up. And 92, they have Ahmed Batayev. And oh, 125. 125. They have another guy, Alan Hublov, past world or past European or past Russian national champion. So this woman came in, saw that literally everyone that is good in the past decade for Bulgaria, save for Boris Novachkov, who's this strange. I don't want to. It's a
He could
whole
do
other thing.
flips. Boris
But everyone,
Novachkov was like ahead
yeah,
of his time at like I don't know. I don't know if he's still around, but I'd be
alcohol.
like he would have
He
loved
is. He did
TikTok.
MMA for a while, and yeah, he that's the problem among other things. Um, yeah, but currently their whole good roster and going into Greco with Semen Novikov, it's clearly the winning strategy is to buy him out.
Yeah.
She saw them and said, "Yeah, now if they're not Bulgarian, they can leave. If they can't speak Bulgarian, they're not on the team. If they have personal coaches, they can't be on the team." I'm like, do you just not want to like place? You not want to win? Well, yeah, a bunch of guys like held out, and I think they had some elections, they had some turnaround. They said, "Hey, so this Bulgaria great again thing you're trying to do with the national team's not working." I think she's still around, but they got into her about it because them and Novikov, either world champion for him, is very good. He's like, "Hey, if I can't use my personal coach, I'm sitting out the world championship," and he did.
Yep.
So no, Ramazanov's back. I mean, he also had, I think, an injury or two. He wrestled in Germany. Yeah, Aiden Sinclair. Yeah, we're waiting for Aiden Sinclair to break through. Like, super tough weight domestically as well. And he had a 6-3 with Ramazanov. I mean, just both guys are great. You love to see that sort of match get
Yeah.
play time. You love to see him get international exposure. Great, great, great. Love it. I think Ramazanov looks ready for
When's the last time Trent wrestled Ramazanov?
he hasn't.
He hasn't. Okay.
Because you got to remember, Ramazanov was stuck in Russia for a
Yeah.
while.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't get to compete for Bulgaria until, let's see, he lost to Kadi Magomedov. He lost to Kadi Magomedov in the European Championships in Russia, competing for Russia and for Bulgaria. He beat him in the Bulgarian.
Yeah.
So he switched over, I want to say right on 2024. Yeah. So he went to Romania for a bit and then he got his stuff actually processed. It wasn't until the 2024 Zagreb Open, January that year. So he's been competing for Bulgaria in under 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. But
Yeah.
so Keegan O'Toole, Chris Minto was fun, and then the retiree abuse continued. Frankie Edgar, Clay Guida. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of on that note.
hepatitis.
Yep.
Well, you already know who. If I bring up hepatitis, we already know who we're talking
Yeah, anyway, a shout out. Yeah.
about. Shout out Pat Downey.
Pat Downey. Woohoo! He's still
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
kind of.
People are still booking him.
I met when I was at school, I'd met a reporter from the Baltimore Sun who didn't have a specific affiliation with wrestling outside of he did like I think sports reporting. He's a professor at AU, but he was doing he had followed Pat Downey's like his upbringing at the time, and yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of good things to say. In fact, he had some pretty heinous things to say. So
So in the Baltimore, did you there's a kid I think that went to Navy too. So the short and fast was I think in high school. Maybe he's facing felony charges, Pat Downey.
yeah,
Hey,
he like dragged someone in
his
a corridor.
bail.
Yeah,
Yeah, something horrible. I mean,
yeah,
just
not
something
good.
terrible. So then yeah, he was looking at it, and then it turns out his parents had to take like a mortgage out. Like that, yeah, that his bail was set ridiculously high, and they somehow covered it. And then he's like, "Yeah, so it's good. I'm good to go. It wasn't even that big of a problem. I don't see why people are upset, you know." And then he calls him.
Downey walked so Albert James could run.
Hey, people would still, but I hate AJ so much. Why couldn't he be anyone else? Why did he have?
He's redeemable.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know.
no. Did you see the necklace he's wearing? Look at the little teal.
Yeah. Anyway, honestly, onto a much well, just kind of running through because I think from that it's Cassiope kind of just took care of elders.
I mean, Cass is fine. I mean, kind of a heavyweight depth guy at this point. Really
Yeah.
good for Iowa, but
Yeah. And then Nikki said we already were through with O'Toole. That was good. But on to our topic. We have a couple themes here. One being elder abuse, and then the other being
literal
like
elder abuse.
yeah, kind
Yeah.
of yeah, like the spectacle. Our other theme, just your product being
Uh,
about spectacle, which is in the long run is probably not the best for your product, but
that's sustainable.
so UFC 329.
Wait a minute. Before we get off RAF,
Oh,
was
still
wasn't
listening.
there? Wait.
Uh-oh.
Their original thing, where they got the money from, Chad Bronstein it was like some gimmick beer. Yes, real American beer. That's their sponsor. That's what it was based off of.
Oh,
Oh
real
my God,
McCarthy.
it's even worse.
Oh, is that the one that
Yeah.
was that's
Yes.
something that was probably
Oh my
somehow
God.
connected to Anheuser-Busch
It's some
anyway.
Fox News product. Yes, and I think, am I hallucinating? Did they have the My Pillow guy on their broadcast?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, if
That's
they
we'll
haven't
get the
yet.
whole crew on. Yeah. We might.
Oh
Why not?
God,
We got
really?
Rudy Giuliani in the corner selling Crocs and authentic
Giuliani,
Cubanos.
authentic Kibana. Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. UFC 329.
UFC 320.
Let's keep the swap going. Oh God, how low can you?
And so I've got this visual in my head of like,
Uh-huh.
it's imagine you have the the false Christ's covenant. You have the jewel filled
What
one.
the devil's just looking at me like, listen, buddy, I haven't even told you what it's about. Yeah, understand. Hey, this is for a pair of Raycon headphones, and I can have your bloodline soul for the next 3 generations.
That's it's get sponsored the sponsor links, of course. We'll have those. It's at some point.
Faustian sponsorings. There, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you have the, where Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, where you have the false, false goblet that is I think jewel encrusted, and imagine a proper 12 logo on that, and is drank by Conor McGregor,
Real
who
American
then
Patriots.
he does that thing where he kind of withers away into dust. And I think that's the stage
Like
of
the
Conor.
Nazi guy where he,
Yes,
are you
yes.
talking like the Nazi guy where he opens up the, it's not,
No, he doesn't
shit,
choose. He doesn't choose wisely, and
he voluntarily chooses, he opens it up and then he melts from the wrath of God. Yes.
oh, that's the Raiders of the Lost Ark when they open the Ark of the Covenant. This one is we're talking about
Yeah,
Last
the Ultimate
Crusade.
Covenant.
Yeah, the Last
He
Crusade when he's
doesn't
got
turn into dust in the Lost Crusade, does he?
he withers away. Yeah, he withers away.
No, no, they get crushed by a big rock. That's what happened.
We're gonna have to do a real
And we're
Patriot
talking about
fact
like
check at some point, but all I'm saying here,
the,
all I'm saying is we're in the stage of Conor McGregor's career where he's
turn to
away
dust. You can
into
say that.
dust,
Can
he,
agree with that.
and and
A certain fine white powder.
UFC is like, yeah, he's a great product because he has all the social media followers, and it's just like, is this a respectable sport? No, it's never been. But is this a
Oh no,
sport that has
but
merit?
it's gotten so much warning.
I want it
Sure.
to have merit,
Uh,
you know.
I enjoy watching fighting. I hate being associated with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my lead into that is, and this is more of a rhetorical question, but who would have thought that HGH abuse and HGH and steroid abuse couldn't fix broken bones and lost civil court cases? Who would have thought that wasn't a good training thing? What a shocker! Oh,
Can't.
did we forget the heavy recreational drug abuse?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's hard to. I can imagine having motivation issues when you have the McGregor boxing
Holy trifle
Mayweather. Yeah.
of heavy, heavy cocaine abuse, crippling injury, and incredible self delusion, and a company that's built millions of dollars off of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Which, to be fair, it was
Hilarious. Yeah.
very much like I think it's if he had any longevity, we
Oh, a
could we
decade
could
ago.
compare him to what Michael Jordan did for the NBA, right? But now it's more like
But the UFC could never be intelligent enough to leverage that.
yeah, and also I mean
No.
it would never work because it would have to take someone like McGregor to actually have a sustained, era of winning, which that
Yeah.
was Yeah. Regardless. Anyway, so
And for those
that's
who haven't seen the 2 minutes worth of fighting, let me summarize it to you. Man with catastrophic leg injury decides to do a barrage of jumping kicks, plants on one of them, and then, oh, look at that. He blows his knee out. Good for Max Holloway. Max Holloway got a lot of money.
yeah.
My favorite thing in the post was seeing like degenerate Kalshi steak, polymarket, gambling addict, losers being like, this is clearly staged. You can see by the angle at which the knee tears that it was fake. And that's just, it's like the Twin Towers fell from within, but for like gambling addicts.
Yeah. It's like I mean
Yeah,
it's
the UFC would voluntarily bring back their golden boy just to have him dramatically injure himself under 5 minutes.
you have I
Yeah.
think it's yeah, it's the lovely the we're gonna have this it's a market of truth except everyone's gonna say it's rigged because it,
They lost a bunch of money on a guy who's been washed up for
on
uh,
gray market sports
going
betting.
on 5 years. Yes, that's you don't wait a minute. This is a good callback. You don't know how much I stacked your money. What? You can't do
You
this to
can't
me.
do this to me.
It started this company, and
So
it's just a guy spending like $5,000 on the worst bet you've ever seen in your life, and like a little pop up of Dave Portnoy comes up. Good job, buddy. You want to try my pizza? Portnoy's pizza?
we should
I
have
got an Albanian guy to do it, but I said he's Italian.
we need Willem Dafoe to play Dave Portnoy and
I see. Is this a? But see, opposed to shifting, he's also has talent. So like,
but
instead of
that's the
having
thing
Portnoy
is
disgusting loser, he kind of come in and seen pizzas. Hey, I remember when they first came out with that. That's interesting. Like, oh, it's fact. It's a hot pizza, in Spider-Man when he's like, it's a turkey, and tries to stab him.
yeah, got
Right. It was sick. Sam Raimi, you can always tell in whatever movie he's made, he loves being a horror director. That's really his
it's
bread and
his
butter.
it is his
Same thing with Spider-Man 2 when they tried removing the tentacles from Dr. Octopus in the surgery scene.
yeah.
Good.
So and then
He's good.
moving on to beyond the um yeah the retirement I don't retirement home is low hanging fruit. I don't know what you call it at this point. It's a cash
I
grab.
think we call it I think we call it I think we call it the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please. I know I haven't talked to you in a while, but please, like again, go back to Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3. They get Topher Grace. Please kill Peter Parker. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I mean, that's a tough act. I did the Crusade, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
What am I gonna go for?
And so yeah, we got heavyweight
Gable's baby.
shout out Gable. Shout out our guy who is I maybe he's found his place, which is not a place that I necessarily wanted to see him in the medium term, but hey, we got him. We got him in the UFC and he's
We
winning.
got him because we was pro wrestling was not what we thought. And then Vice and the Bills, that would have never worked out. The Bills are
Yeah.
Vice, so
No.
better off that it didn't. Did we have? Let me see what other notes I have from the UFC. Oh, Robert Whitaker moved up to light heavyweight, and Joe Rogan fat shamed him the whole time. But
Yeah.
yeah, he broke Nikita Krylov's jaw, and Nikita Krylov is a Russian loyalist, even though he's Ukrainian. So that makes it even better.
So like, do you think
Yeah,
Joe
Bobby Knuckles is
Rogan
back.
Joe Rogan has
You
to have
think Joe Rogan has the
encountered
concept of geography as a whole, or has he stopped believing that?
I I was gonna say the concept of like being able to have like body
Being
mass and like
15%
what
body fat.
yeah like what is that actually is some people have body mass that looks one way, so other people have body mass that looks a little bit of another way.
Does
And
Joe
that's just
Rogan also realize his stomach looks like it's been inflated by a balloon, and
hey,
that it's
that's
also
a
full of like yeah,
perform. It's performance.
he looks horrible.
It's
It's
a
kettlebells. Okay, that's
it's
what happens when you train with kettlebells.
it's what happens when
That's what
you
happens when your body is fueled purely off of meat, gaslighting, liver,
he's
and
actually doing what they said what scientists are
marijuana.
saying cows are doing to the atmosphere. That's actually he's, he's
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what you
Uh,
give it. Oh my God. Sometimes I like to go onto Liver pages or Liver King's page and just be like comments. Around in your walls. Around in your walls. And then like within 2 hours later, it'll be like a story and be like in triangles.
yeah, it's what
Big boy, Joe Rogan. Doing
ah,
great, pal.
it's fun
Maybe you
watching
should
train
try a new
wrecks.
one.
Yeah. At that
It
point, is
really
he
is
like
when
a
you're not on the
lolcow at this
track.
point? Like, do people still
Oh, dude,
believe in? Yeah,
he's been that way for a while. Yeah, Liver King's hilarious.
we got
But yeah, just insult
Patty submission.
over Benoit. Which if people are, there's a way to shoot head outside like shots in MMA where I think there was some entry. I think somebody shot like an overhand right, so their head was already out. Essentially, you're just running the pipe, but with your head outside, but you're negating the threat of a guillotine because if you shoot crossbody in a double and you put your head outside and you're trying to finish the double, a guy can just jump a guillotine on you.
Yeah,
That's the big threat. That's why you do have to adjust your leg attack finishes. Daniel Cormier had great head outside finishes. He's one of the best at it, actually. And remember what he did to Josh Barnett when he launched a 270 plus pound man up into
yeah,
it.
yeah.
There's finishing, it's big. So Benoit's a grinder. I mean, he beat some very, very good guys, but we know enough about Paddy Pimblett that in those early stages, he's gotten a lot better. Maybe don't immediately put yourself in a submittable position because there's not enough fatigue built up in the match yet that you can work your way through technical errors. When a guy's really sharp like that early, you can't be doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You do not have the margin of error. I mean, it's like a big move threat guy, like a big throw guy. Like you've got to be sharper on your finishes initially and your entries because again, you're in their wheelhouse, margin of error is lower, and he got strangled. Sometimes you talk about like, oh, a guy got choked. Maybe they can find like, no, it looks like he got strangled. Like, he looked like he was dead.
Yeah.
Like great wins with Patty. Yeah,
Garbrandt lost, which is at this point, not surprising.
predictable.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on with UFC outside of it's the spectacle factory with legitimate
It really
competition
is.
being
They
carrying the
put some.
undercards. And, yeah.
Now we're gonna talk about Budapest, but first we're gonna give you guys a match of the week. So this is a new segment called "I'm gonna stream the match," because we've had some technical difficulties in pre.
There might be a
Which was,
fraud producer again over there on this side. Yeah. All
well,
right.
we're gonna share this screen right quick, and we have got Muhammad Aliyev, Mariani Maseradze. Maseradze is a top 10 guy in 92. He is a two-time world medalist. He was world runner-up in 24 to Saad Goliath when he did the 92 run. You love that. Like, that is just something, that low shot there, little low ankle sweep from Aliyev, so slick when you know a guy, like we'll look at different underhook styles, right?
Yeah.
Like
Can I
the
get that
classic
on?
sort of fast.
Can I
Can you
get
get a
that on
replay?
replay? Yeah, yeah. That was kind of we were at
Yeah.
about 2 frames per second. So, yeah, great. Oh, that's so
Immediately
nice.
just low sweep ankle, just perfect. And this now presents a threat to Maseradze, like, oh man, maybe I can't hang out my underhooks as long. It
Yeah,
might even make him hesitant to get to his main tie.
it's such a
Great way
perfect.
to open up.
It's a perfect swing of momentum from that position,
I
and it's like
love it.
it's a fantastic feel to have from that position, and something to have in your tool belt there.
We'll keep going here and just quick finish too. Doesn't wait around
No
on you.
waiting around. Yeah.
Um, now
Good
Aaliyah
effort.
here he's a past U23 world
Yeah.
champion, 2021, at 86. It's been a while since he's kind of been. I mean, he beat Miles and me a couple years ago at the Bill Farrell,
Yeah.
but it's been a while since he's been in contendership. So this tournament, I didn't see this coming. All I knew it was good, but it's been a very long while. We're kind of seeing here with Maserati as well that he's trying to close the gap, say here more so with control types like reverse grip, wrist types and control, get to a 2-on-1, build your way up to your underhook. Now look at that.
Those low signals,
Yeah.
so beautiful, so well executed.
And the thing is, like we both know this from college, you maybe have 2 or 3 seconds, up to 5. And this is the system I figured out. You cannot let a guy, especially established tie up on you,
Yeah,
because it can take so long to get out of the rhythm of that, out of his control. When you know you have someone like Maserati, never letting him get his tempo and rhythm on you with his tie ups, never lets him establish your control. You're not having to work from a deficit. This is great work when we watch it again. I love that sort of inside reach, inside hand ankle pick. It conceals it better too.
yeah.
It gives you multiple. I mean, this is a great opening against a very elite guy in Maserati.
I think there certainly is. I think the key with the technique obviously is being able to, being so acquainted with the feel of the setup and knowing that angle. Oh my gosh! All right, so we're not even giving me a chance to get right back into a beautiful third finish. But yeah, just
Yeah.
having that
So
timing down so well that the guy does not have a chance to actually either, kind of like step over, step out, do something,
go through his
turn and
defensive,
kick. Yeah.
react.
There's just no opportunity. It's
So
so fast. Fantastic.
that's what you want to do.
He's flowing now.
So right off the gate, rolls the wrist, duck under. Now Maserati is good, squares himself up. Now he's trying to go claw, so the knee pick finish. How's this going to go? He has a seat belt. Now this is a place you want to be if you're
Got a
Maserati.
judo kick. Yeah.
Overhook, sort of underhook battle.
Is he gonna limp?
Yeah, you're going to finish that.
Yeah.
Good for him. Now, I mean, he's a very strong guy. Lace, that's a tight lace. Don't reach yourself back to try and break the lace grip. Just try it. But it gets laced.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave him an initial exposure when he bellied down trying to break the grip, and then another on the lace. Now,
Yeah.
the thing you'll start to see here with Elias, well, on some of the other matches too, is like for all the good he does, he also he will do some things that just make you scratch your head. Sometimes slow starts, sometimes just like weird stuff.
Yeah.
So back to it. There we go. Check the corner. He's getting now. He is starting to establish some sort of rhythm with his underhook, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Our turn. We got speed hold. We got wrist. Going one clear in it. Mark. It is starting to slow down just a little bit comparative
Yeah.
where we were.
That was a breakneck like first minute, and so
It had to.
yeah. These guys. This is 92. This is not one. This is not 61 or anything like.
57 to 65
Yeah.
to
Uh,
70.
So now they're just feeling each other out and trying to let another timing, find another angle, get something they're feeling. Um,
And really. So yeah, 6-4, strong comeback so far. Gets his double underhooks, times something late, throws it by.
nice
Looking
cinch,
for kind of
cinch grips, but
seat belt,
yeah,
drops down, which is always a safe place here. If you are going to look to your seatbelt finishes, drop down with the other hand to a single. Where I bought up a leaf sometimes, like, shoots himself in the foot. He Somebody was just trying to like lift you up to try and finish this seatbelt sort of single position, and you had better control with your overhook. And what he's going to try and do is kick that leg through like a single leg counter throw. Yes, but if they're rotating you down with the seatbelt and the single leg for their finish, the throw is not the option because he's just gonna rotate you down, sort of the seatbelt equivalent of kind of running the pipe, if you will.
yeah,
from that position, where you kind of take the volatility out of it. And that's why coming up, this throw is not going to work
Yeah, there's no
because of the
leverage.
rotational out. Yeah, I
You're
mean,
not your center of
looks
gravity.
cool.
You can see his center of gravity is at Maserati's Maserati's
Maserati.
Maserati's. It's
Yeah,
like his
because
center of gravity is literally at his chest, Maserati's chest, and so you're just not
right,
going to have
and
the
throwing
necessary
principle.
leverage.
Yeah, throwing principle is you want to elevate. I mean, by the time on the descent, you want your hips higher. You want to be able to get them there at the end.
Be able to have
Because
some
if
kind of
not,
pop.
then I get something. And then,
It's just
yeah,
he screwed himself over there. But
I mean, and
watch.
we're thinking, man, how hot did he start? Now you see that score, and that is,
Yeah, you gotta do it. Kind of let this is slipping away right now. He's
you
kind
let it get away
of
from
letting
you.
it
You
getting
let
out of
him get
hand.
away. As brilliant as you look in the first minute. So we're gonna skip this little,
It's
and now
important
we're
to see
gonna
you
look
got some
at
great technical sanding down, some great towel work by the
uh,
corners. Not
sweat,
drying. That's yeah. What
sweat
is?
drying off. Degenerate. Trying to cheat with the sweat. You know,
I believe there's a YouTuber who does things with it's called a moist meter. I think that applies here.
I don't want to know who it is. Like, yeah. No, I was gonna bring up like BJ Penn talking about how he beat George in the grease skate. BJ Penn, the most least delusional. And now he's starting to pick it up. Now he realized, hey, that ending was not correct.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Just
yeah, great release on that underhook throw. But I mean, there's nothing. He cleared him so well. There's nothing he could do on that.
he is. It's
I mean,
very yeah. He's explode using
so
explosive sequences to get quick
listen.
fast points here.
Oh, man.
There we
Another one gets to it
go.
initially, finishes off with a low double.
Very good
Great
little
investment.
reshot. Yeah, looking for that
Let's see
lace,
if he gets
but
those
it's
takes.
not very. Has not been nearly as efficient into getting a good lace
He
position
doesn't
as.
secure on his parterre. Like he gets
Yeah.
to it. You see him starting to put it together, but realistically, it's got to be pretty much cross ankle pick.
Can we get that on? Can we get that on replay?
Oh,
That one skipped for me.
yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. Phew.
Oh god.
He's great on I think part of what is advantageous here is this is
Oh,
92. This is 92.
right.
It's not like we said, it's not 61, it's not 57. Um and
Not
so
even
like
74, where you'd see like Chamizo and Sabala. Remember those match series they had?
yeah.
There's a lot of crossbody cross that they could shoot, or ulcers.
And this is
I mean,
I
that
think
is
he's really
well,
quick. He's not exceptionally quick for 92, but he's really quick. And
yeah,
it's
his
he's
finishes are
absolutely
great.
using that
And
to
it's a beneficial matchup against Maserati as
yeah.
well, who is sort of a stalker, sort of like pressure oriented and get caught flat. But even then, this is super impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I would
Really utilizing this. Oh, there we
and
go.
a
Nice.
lace right
Uh,
after we criticize.
Gosh, there we go. Really good. Yeah,
I don't
actually able to get to it. That kind of crotch. Yeah.
if you're not as good at getting like having to start new on your tear, right? Because there would be guys who are really good. Hey, I've already got the position locked up off the takedown, then I can roll into it.
Yeah.
That's the easier way to do it. That's sort of how his timing was on the last one.
Yep.
But when we think of people who are traditionally really good in parterre and turning, we're usually thinking of the okay, I got A, now I'm going to fully transition into B, where they have to start the sequence of jumping sides for the gut, get it, securing the lock, shoulder in the back, Sajjalaya, Sajjalaya. That doesn't mean like a transitory parterre isn't any worse or better. It's just your opportunity is going to be a little less.
Yep.
Got to build your strength. Um, and we saw him do all these brilliant things. What's going to happen next? Off underneath.
Yeah, still an
Yeah,
okay finishing
yeah,
position. Now in much worse position,
yeah.
and now
So
in much
Maserati,
better.
it's only so tenable. You
That's
know,
a
and
really good way to not mess up there and get overexcited. I think a lot of maybe less experienced wrestlers, especially watching
when
Americans
they
try to
feel
wrestle
that sort of
freestyle.
when they feel like, oh my God, he's gonna break my neck on like a head pinch, they kind of shut themselves down on their finishing progression.
It's like, or it's, I mean, it's he held position there and just kind of um let Maserati like just fall out of that, lose leverage in that lock.
Yep.
And I think a lot of you see like that's trying attempts to kind of panic finish, that go
Yep.
awry.
Ooh, that's smart.
Ow.
But ooh, but I'm not crazy about how he's finishing there.
Eh,
Um, and again, I made a point of this, but there's a lot of guys throughout this tournament, and we'll see this later, actually coming up. The difference between an outside and inside knee block, how it helps you finish your body locks. The concern with an outside is when you take it through, you have a higher risk of your hips falling before his do
yep.
on your lift, and so that he can counter you easier. And then it's also there can be a higher margin of error on if he's stronger or faster than you that you won't get it. But inside knee blocks you don't have as much because you can cover it. You don't have to lift as much and more physics versus raw strength, which we're going to have a direct example of that coming up shortly. But yeah, 14-12, the match is still live. This is great. You love it. And now who's going to break away? Is Aaliyah going to get it? Or is Maserati got one more? It's going to guess, but we'll see. Look at that. Shoots in from a single. Look at that inside
Oh my
knee block.
gosh.
Wow. But is Aaliyah on paper the stronger guy? No. Puts himself into a head inside single, brings it up, gets to his body lock from the mat. Immediately. Urgency, lift, inside knee block. Look at that. He's inside the triangle that we always like to have when you're looking to get inside and throw.
Replacing the
Lift,
center of gravity.
blocks. Yeah, and exceptional. Some other guys that we saw do that at the same tournament, which I think Tolga Tamura versus Ismail Musakayev.
Mm-hmm.
And Ridge Lovett had a really good finish in his finals match against Cameron Tolidze, the Georgian.
What we say
Oh,
is that are we
yeah.
seeing a meta shift, or just a
But it was something that was noticed for sure.
yeah?
But
All right, we're pausing.
it
Mm. All right, so we're
all right.
Budapest.
We are back from our match breakdown, and let's actually talk about some of the other stuff that went down. Now, you guys know, being that we are sidestep our affinity for the Central Asian superiority. And wouldn't you know, somebody that we shouted out earlier, Yadish Kasimbek, somebody that I've been very high on, 25 junior world champion earlier this year. But wow, was this a statement making performance? I was absolutely blown away by what he showed.
Yeah,
It was incredible.
I think we can.
He beat Magomed Sharapov, or not Magomed, Camille, the world bronze medalist from last year, guy who's beaten Mason Ferris and Wyatt Hendrickson. He's beaten Abdullah Kurbanov. Camille Sharapov was the number 2 guy internationally behind Zare.
Yeah,
I say number 2 because we've got Masumi Velati in Azerbaijan, but he still hasn't cleared eligibility.
yeah,
Huge win for Kasimbek. He's a very active heavyweight, shoots great low shots with great low ankle pull, great go behind, smart finishing on his single legs. The sky is the limit. I was so impressed. Now, Zari did beat him 7-0 at Asian Championship. He's great.
yep,
So Mason Paris wrestled Kamil Kosielek, and we're in a new age of heavyweight, active heavyweights. Yeah, good, great. But sometimes you just like to see an unga bunga kind of guy, you know, a
yeah,
big move, nothing else.
yep.
Yeah, just underhooks, pinch headlocks, head pinches, and step around knee blocks. No shots,
We
no
should,
crap.
Yeah, none of that hoity-toity, nothing they're doing
That
down at
woke.
92, those cross ankle picks. What are you kidding me? We'll get
Yeah,
a
that's sissies.
no, I'm gonna give you a good sprawl and you're gonna break under these hips, baby. It's
Oh, you're gonna break under 300 pounds of
these
hips,
are
and then
blue
we're gonna go
collar
again.
hips. Yeah.
These are these are steel workers hips. Yeah, just some guy like some presidential cycle being like, you ever seen childbearing hips like these? This is what America's built.
This
It's
is what
just
100
BBL, me idiot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This
Like,
is the
please
125
here.
jam.
Yeah, Kosio like unga bunged him off like a head pinch and then like a knee block on it. It was really funny.
Yeah,
Um,
I
I
feel
like
like
it.
that's
I like
something.
having those.
It's like I wouldn't be surprised if that's something I maybe just kind of matchup wise was it not great? Could Paris actually get
Not a great thing late in the match when he had a really tough one against Hakan Boyk single in
yeah,
Turkey, like last second 7-5, which is funny because Hakan's like that, but a little smarter,
yeah.
where he's a heavyweight, big upper body guy. He tried to do a step over at like 125 over a Mason Paris single and just immediately gave up.
Yeah, as
It's
one
like, man,
does when you have that amount of
it was
weight
so funny.
kind of
Yeah, yeah.
pressuring
You can
down your
only just.
ankles and yeah.
I'm trying to see if I had anything else. Oh, hey, 92. Dustin Plott. Dustin Plott did really well. We'll get into that a bit. Um, but yeah, yeah, he looked great. Heavyweight was all Udige, and Unga Bunga Camille is going to be in the top 10. Oh, fun stuff.
That's sick.
Next up, we Dustin Plott did beat Agomed Sharapov in I think for bronze. Um, now this is one thing. This is an esoteric ball knowledge. Bring this up later to impress the friend you don't have because you watch our show.
Hmm.
92 kilos, Anton Vahisky from Slovakia. When I talk about domestic talent that actually really showed out, he is great. He's a big move guy. He's got a really well-rounded skill set. Young. He almost tech balled Aaliyah in the semifinals. He was up like 9-1 and kind of blew it and got thrown late. He's about to win. Yeah, he pinned Mizaradzi in repechage. Keep an eye out for Anton Vahivsky
Yep.
at 92. And he's actually Slovakian, not Russian. I don't think he is. He's Slovakian.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be. No, probably not. I
He
don't know.
could be because, yeah, but now they've actually developed someone domestically and him
Yeah.
and Sakulov at 97. Great win, too. Um, let's see. Rods is not washed. Yeah, that's definitely some fuck.
He's not washed.
He's not washed. He's still got some starch. Oh no. Next thing, 70. We'll talk about Ridge. Ridge love it. I mean, we saw him domestically. People in the U.S. know he's very good, but
Yep.
this was the big international tournament where he saw, okay, you could put him out there, and I wouldn't worry about it. Where else, like, very good.
Yeah. Solid.
Ibrahim Allahi, yeah, great match against that 9-4. He bundled up a very good Kane and Haber.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't close.
No.
He put him away for a minute, cradled him, just destroyed him. And then, I mean, you go back to that inside knee block. We talked about his finishing. It's a seatbelt off single leg inside knee block. Finishes on Kemer Kalidze. Then also he had, unless he exposed him. Yeah, he had a gut off of that. Yeah, he was really nice with that.
Yeah.
I just was so impressed with Love It. And then, yeah, Toga lost. Toga Tamuri Cheer, someone U.S. fans are very aware of. He gave up a go behind kind of late in a match against a guy in a cocky Kemer Kalidze who was stylistically similar to him. And Kemer Kalidze, people know, they know of him, they don't know his name. He beat Caleb Henson this year in Zagreb.
Yep.
Where Caleb Henson had that really nice run where he beats Alahi and he beat Musakayev. Now, Toga pinned Musakayev in the quarters in a hilarious match. Oh, if you watch it, Olga whips an over under trip and then just gets go behind and gutted. And it's like 4-4. No, it's 4-0 Musakai for like 5.5 minutes straight. And I think, no, he gets a takedown or something. So it becomes 4-4, but it's 5 minutes. Musakai has delayed, 30 seconds left. Gets it over. He gets double overs, and then Musakai gets double unders. And Tolga just takes him like inside knee block, feet to back. And we both know Musakai is not really going to kind of, he's a freak athlete. He's just going to kind of do what he wants.
Yeah.
So on the way down, he just posts on one leg and it's like, oh, my knee. I'm like, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, it's always on the way down. You're like, I'll put this post out, and
I'll do something
surely this
stupid.
won't crush under the. all
Surely
of
this
the
won't destroy.
uh,
Surely this won't dislocate my elbow or like tweak my hamstring. And what do you know?
that's a that's a
Tolga's
bad.
not washed. This
Yeah.
is great. Ibrahim Malahi, just the smoothest, cleanest go behind you're gonna see. Just floats behind guys. I mean, it's he made the finals of the Kadyrov Cup. He beat two very elite Russians last year in U23 world runner-up Altamirov and Russian nationals bronze medalist Abdurakhman Delgado. Very elite, just fell out of the rankings because Caleb Henson beat him, and yeah, he looked great. I want to see who they send. Iran sends. I know it's Khalili, but yeah, I'd like to see him in 12 And we got a couple other weights. Going to do 74, 79, so they're quick, not a bump effing. Um, social credit score is up
Yeah,
81.
Feng Lu. Shout out Feng Lu. It's a good little run here.
Oh, they beat Narkosa Kaipanov, which is the best one he's
Yeah,
had in his career. World champ from Kazakhstan in 24-70.
and
And he looked so great
this
year.
puts him in, at least it's for world seeding. He's gonna be in a good spot. Uh,
Yeah, he'll be able. Or can he do anything with that?
we'll
Is kind
see.
of the question because positionally, Fang's very solid. I mean, he's beaten Arsen Bali in 23 a couple of years ago in 24.
Yeah.
Um, the Magomedov win is good. All this change at 74 is going to be because European champ Salkazanov showed up at a warm-up tournament, lost. Is Salkazanov, is he washed? No, it's just like the guy's elbows are wrapped up, and he gave up an early snatch single for Magomedov and got gutted down the.
Yeah. We'll
I
see.
don't care, but for the rankings, it matters.
The
Uh,
rankings it matters. We'll see where that shakes out.
yeah, but for Fang, that also doesn't take away. Those are two very good ones.
Yeah. Shout out China.
79,
China's on the way up.
yeah, shout out China, and then the country right above them, sold to Ulaanbaatar of Mongolia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ulaanbaatar looks solid. Beat Jabril Gadziev. Nothing really crazy. Kadi Magomedov was there. He injury defaulted out after the quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not drawing a bunch on that. Shamil Mamedov, 65 kilos, ran through the tournament. Nothing there. Aman, he's back in his best weight.
I'm on.
Really looks great. Back to European champ. I feel pretty good about him, unless something stupid happens at that weight.
Really solid.
Are we? Spencer Lee's injury history concerns me so much. He had a couple weird losses. I don't just crown him the winner of the tournament anymore, no matter how good he looked at the Olympics.
He really. Yeah. We need to
Yeah, I mean, it's
invent
not
a
a lot.
thing that replaces ligaments.
Not just taking them from dead people or cows anymore. We need something.
No,
that
we need good,
considers it.
strong, specifically for Spencer Lee. If you can make, I just want to
Yeah,
see
$1
what
million.
Spencer Lee after whatever we
Let's
had.
put him in the RoboCop suit. Let's
Yes.
just Peter
Yes.
Weller him
Oh
and
my
see if that's
gosh.
what we need to
Because
do.
that's what.
Obviously, there has to be a horrible scene of gang violence beforehand because you can't,
Yes. Yes.
you need. The thing about RoboCop is just the space. I want it.
Someone let a certain family back into the Iowa wrestling. Oh no, wait, they're already kind of still there. But
Yeah,
anyway,
let the Ferrari. Yeah, if they're even allowed. And how many states? How like certain people say they can't have that international flight. How many states has AJ Ferrari been barred from
You
in the
know,
Midwest?
I think that number may only go up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no chance. Listen, 665 reference how many counties, provinces.
yeah,
How many counties does AJ Ferrari consider a felon in
yeah.
the
Wait,
United
see how many
States?
warrants are in different counties?
665, maybe.
So
Um,
that's it. Do we get
61.
61?
Yeah,
Vatican.
Aslan
Yeah.
from Kazakhstan had a good run. I mean, we talked about a lot. Ralbeck won nationals for him and
Isaac
beat World Morris,
Blurry,
the
Isaac
Galdi.
Blurry. Yeah, it's
And
so like is he
yeah,
and are
itself is
they're
back on top.
the way that they do their team selection is just via results based. Like, we're not wrestling off for
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the nationals matter if it was really close, but I mean, Kazakhstan loaded every single weight here, and they had some key international, like domestic matchups.
yeah,
They sent Adilet Almukhamedov, who beat Yesin Geldi again,
yep.
and they wanted Yesin Geldi to maybe figure it out because he's a returning world medalist, but they didn't send a Raulbeck. Raulbeck's really young. Atikin looks like the guy
Yeah.
until I'm proven otherwise. Beat Deepak, beat Navrusa. Looked really good.
Good
Past
run.
world champion Zelim Kanabakarov was here. He hilariously, hilariously, like he was up 9-1 at the break. Like another case of blowing a tech ball. Like hit a sick Uchimata on a guy, then just laced him. Like it should have been there. At Georgia Goniashvili. And then he tried to rush like the tech. So he gets caught in the sickest chest wrap I've ever seen. Just pinned.
Mm.
Just sensational. He's got a. If you looked at Abakarov's record, be like, why hasn't he won so many more world titles? Or like, well, have you considered the man watches victories and defeat from the jaws of victory as well as anyone?
There's an
I've seen
affinity
him.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible, and yeah, people will be like, he should be ranked higher. I'm like, yeah,
Mm.
no, we should.
He's,
No.
yeah,
He's
he's
the.
not
If we go
passing the
back to
fine
Amon,
check. Yeah. Amon.
Amon Tecton in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Amon Sarawat, yeah. Um, any other weights? 97 was funny because the cool off blew a criteria lead with 30 seconds left.
We
Uh,
do a little.
Tazadinov, kind of a known commodity at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
He's got his head outside shot. He'll take like his outside step single. He'll shoulder down to finish. He will chest wrap you any chance he can get. And he's got a good double from space.
Yeah.
But maybe you'd be very hesitant to shoot like throwaway shots on him.
Yeah.
And so what is Dubek, Beterbek Sakulov do right after getting one of the thickest duck unders? Oh, I'm just going to shoot a lazy outside step by speed. James want this
Oops.
immediately check.
Yeah.
And
As one
if
does.
you watch
As it
Sakulov,
happens.
I mean, I've watched Sakulov since 2018. He has such a heavy bladed stance so that he can get more spring, more feel on his duck unders. Doesn't do a lot else. Very strong.
Yeah.
But man, he will duck you under. And he
Hey.
did, and then he blew it.
And then he blew it. You know.
Sad news. Yeah. Rizabek Aidmakan's going to do MMA. I don't know when, but that's what he said.
Yeah. That's we'll play I don't know, but whatever the song they have on the dog the PETA not PETA the ASPCA commercials
Sarah
no,
McLaughlin
maybe
and the RGA.
Titanic one. I don't know. Just whichever sad theme. Take your pick.
Titanic is Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Celine Dion because Rose McGowan. I hate the movie Titanic. I hate it. It's such a stupid concept. I'm not saying stupid like how they built the ship. I'm just saying stupid because they sit around for this like Titanic, like tell the story. And James Cameron did great shooting it, but like halfway through, somebody's gonna stand up and be like, "This old lady's just talking about getting stuck the whole time. What about the boat? What about the boat?
What about the boat?
You know, I didn't want to hear about this."
It's
And
just
you let
like
him drown. you know,
This is a formal complaint
everybody's talking about
from
how, yeah,
the boat
from the
enthusiast
museum, from the
faction.
museum
Yeah,
crew.
yep.
Yeah, they're like, listen, I thought it was going to be good, but then she just talked about getting just rammed
Yeah, it's just
the
there's
whole time. It
nothing
was so
about the
graphic.
smoke. The amount of smokestacks that I got to see was not nearly enough
How many?
comparative.
She never once brought up how many steel holes were pierced by the glacier. It was this is so stupid.
It was,
I want my
yeah.
money back.
I want it's
And then
not
she let the guy drown.
disgusting.
Yeah, what a
Well,
waste of time.
yeah.
Horrible movie. I'll hate it.
Um,
Do we have any other results?
I
Let's
think we
see.
got some takeaways. We got our
Oh, Dustin Plot. Yeah, he'll be on.
yep.
Fun stuff.
Shout out our I think that's the
Um,
David Taylor effect of making upper weights have a good floor.
yeah, except I kind of, well, I think I brought it up last time, like Zahid would return to the norm, and he sure did. Still good.
Yeah. Well,
That's Ridge is going to be a top 10 guy after this. I mean,
pretty
this was
cool.
a great performance.
Yeah. Excited to see.
Um,
Hopefully he can continue
tonight,
to develop. I'd love to see him actually wrap it.
oh, he will, the squad. It's just, we've got to get another 2 years of Vane. And I don't, people think I have animosity for Zane Rutherford. It's just I've watched so much of it. I probably have hesitance because I've seen him get blown out in 2024
Yeah.
at Amazon. And then I sat through the early years when he was still at Penn State and still adjusting to like, hey, I shoot low doubles and low knee pulls. Let me figure out how to not just get destroyed on exposure. And
Yeah.
that took years.
Took a bit. Took a
Um,
bit.
could I? It's not the same curse as like Brett Metcalf, where we went like a decade of watching.
Yeah. No,
Just
it's
collapse.
tough. I think he's solid. His floor has absolutely gone up.
Super high. I mean, the guy's a past world champion. I
Yeah,
mean, two-time world medalist.
exactly. And
But
just not
there's a
a
point of fatigue.
yeah.
You know, I wanted to see Ridge Lovett.
Yeah, we
People wanted to
Rich
see Ridge
love it.
Lovett this year. That's another kind of contention where maybe there was like I want to see someone else. Now, 2025, who did they sent PJ Duke, and that was a guy I was surprised did not. I mean, he had a very busy past year. Look at that. He made 3 world teams.
Yeah.
I got third in NCAAs. I give it to him, but I mean, great weights. I'm impressed. And hopefully next time we will have AJ Ferrari sentenced to at least 25 years, hopefully to life.
Yeah, like honestly, that just yeah, we can we'll end up let's get to our title screen. Yeah, I think to end, I would agree. I hope that the laws that protect the type of people that AJ is hurting put him away for a long time. I also
Yeah,
stand
we
by that.
need. I need to see AJ Ferrari. Like the next picture of him look like Charles Manson with the crazy ass hair.
Yeah,
Um,
that will be
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You got
See,
any
he
other
did tell
notes?
any watch. Graf has a card next month.
Yes, RAF
Post
12.
between her and then the return of Bo Nickel that nobody asked for.
Yeah, Bo Nickel. Well, I mean, I loved watching
Yeah.
Bo wrestle for a good long time. Very fun to watch.
Then I learned literally anything about him.
You know, it's just
Where did that split?
well, it's also yeah, whatever. Sometimes you decide to market yourself in the UFC, and then it's like, it's just kind of
What's the old saying? A pig sure loves to roll around in it, but if you do, you'll start to stink. What a pig loves to roll around. Who can
cool.
tell? But yeah, see, they're built for each other. Like Tanya Harding, Chris Benoit. Yeah, it's just awful. Yeah, it's like a loving marriage between the Benoit family.
Yeah.
Bo Nickel is meant for the UFC. Oh
God bless
God.
Bo
Why did I ever choose to watch him? I mean,
That's fine. It's fine. It can only get worse. Cool. All right.
it
Well,
it really can only get
yeah. Well, we also got outside of RAF, we have. Oh, I mean, that's it for the Budapest
such a
was the
national
last
championship.
ranking series, but we still we still have, yeah, Russian Nationals coming up, which is
Russian
gonna be
Nationals
that'll be big.
is it's neat.
We'll have
Yeah,
plenty more to
that's gonna
say
be
if
it.
the fallout from that. Hopefully, it's a fair game. No one
Hopefully,
gets too
well, Sod
emotional.
Life won't be there. But,
Yeah.
Kaniev's going to be the big dog at 97,
Would have
which they
said,
finally loaded it up with.
yeah, would Sadulayev have been there in
Yeah,
this otherwise with the RAF result, or is it okay?
yeah, they would have. Yeah, I mean, they had Islam Guriev and Sadulayev wrestle at a EWO card this past week. And
Yeah,
they'll be there.
I just
Yeah, they'll be fun.
that's sad.
We'll see.
I want to see. It's tough. It is fun to watch Sadulayev also domestically because it's. I mean,
They've put him on the ice for 3 years now.
yeah,
3 years,
three
because with
years.
the visa stuff in 25, 24, they had the last second ban. And 23, he had the neck injury.
Yep.
3 years. And then 22, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say 3 years? I meant 4 years, because that's when the ban started. You know,
Yeah.
I'm starting.
They love broader issues. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I think. I mean, that's for me. I'm in a good spot. I feel relatively caught up.
Yep.